Right now, there are people your age, maybe even younger than you, who are building and living the life that you keep dreaming about. They're not smarter than you, they're not more talented than you, they didn't get some magical opportunity that you never got. But they moved, they took action, and you're still thinking, still waiting, still telling yourself, I'll start soon. And the scary part is, the gap between you and them isn't of many years. The gap is created by the tiny decisions that you are avoiding today that they are willing to make. So watch this till the end, because this is going to help you understand what are those decisions, how you can change them, and how you can finally start living the life you want. Or otherwise, you might just end up 1 year later still being in the same place, still dreaming, and still watching from the sidelines while someone else takes on and lives the life that you want. So if you are ready to finally start creating your dream, not just in a magical way, but in a way that's practical, in a way that makes sense, keep watching, because this is the video that breaks it down for you. If you haven't already guessed by now, you know that I'm a big fan of books, I'm a big fan of reading, I'm a big fan of learning things from the perspectives of others, from writers, from great thinkers of the past and the present. And one of the most beautiful things that I have ever read comes not from a non-fiction book about how to better your life. No, it comes from the classics of Russian literature, from fiction, from a story, but that line is so deep and so powerful that it points out the exact mistake that all of us are making every single day. And the quote that I want to share with you comes from the Russian classic book called Crime and Punishment that Fyodor Dostoevsky wrote. And the line is so powerful and so jarring that I'm sure the moment you listen to it, you will also have that moment of deep realization that I did. I want to make sure I get it right, so I'm going to read it from here. And the line is, your worst sin is that you have destroyed and betrayed yourself for nothing. Think about that for a moment. All the choices that you're making, all the decisions that you're making, why are you really making them? Where are they leading you? What kind of life are you creating? Is it the life you want? Or is it the life that you're not even attracted to, the life that's not your dream life, and yet every single day, like a programmed computer, that's the life you're waking up to, that's the life you're choosing. You're betraying yourself, you're betraying your truth, you're destroying your own progress, and for what? Nothing. There's no reward at the end of it. It's just a habit, it's just a pattern, it's just an idea that you are holding on to, and that's the reason you are struggling while others are winning and creating the dream life that they are aiming at. You see, one of the biggest ways in which we betray ourselves and destroy ourselves is by this wonderful trap of the idea of work smart and not hard. We are told hard work is an old thing now. It's what donkeys do. Hard work is something that you do not need in your life anymore. If hard work is the only thing that got success, the laborers would be the richest people. And yes, that's true. Yes, that idea has some ground. But we have taken that idea too far. By saying that, no, I don't want to work hard, I want to work smart, we have become an effort agnostic society. We have become a culture that hates effort. We've become a culture that prioritizes ease and comfort over the actions that are required for growth. And that right there, my friends, is the reason you are stuck in your life and the reason you are not growing. Yes, smart work creates results. Yes, smart work is needed. Yes, you need to be strategic about where you are putting your efforts. But listen to this carefully. You need to put in the efforts. Now, I'm not the only one saying this. This comes from multiple research papers, from multiple ideas of how psychology works and how our brain, our minds create the results that they want to create. We think that the easier we take it on ourselves, the easier it is for us to grow, the easier it is for you to succeed. But actually, that's the way you are stunting your growth. Because our mind, it likes a challenge. It grows only when it is pushed beyond its limits. Think about it this way. Let's go back to the time when you were in the first class in your school. Now, the moment you entered first class, there were new things to learn, there were new things to explore, there were new subjects to understand, there were new complicated concepts to tackle, but it was nowhere close to, let's say, the Pythagoras theorem or the quadratic equations or complex theories from physics. That's not what you were learning in the first grade. But if you had the mindset, and the educational institutions had the mindset that, oh, we don't want people to work hard, we don't want our students to feel stressed, we don't want our students to feel that they are being burdened or pressured. So the same curriculum that was there in class 1 is the curriculum they carry into class 2 and into class 3 and into class 4 and into class 5 and 6th and 7th and 8th and 9th and 10th and 11th and 12th, until you're finally ready to go to college and to create the life, the career, the dreams that you always wanted. Will that really work? Will that prepare you to be the kind of person that you need to be? Of course, you know the answer is no. With every year that you pass through in school, the subjects get more complicated, the topics get more challenging, and yet that is where the growth is. Now just imagine this. Imagine being an 18, 19-year-old with very basic understanding of language, with only so much knowledge of maths that 1 + 1 is equal to 2, and you know nothing beyond that because you prioritized working smart. You prioritized just not letting the effort get to you, and you wanted that effortless, work-less life. And you got it, but at what cost? The cost that no college is going to accept you, no one's going to give you a job, no one is going to give you the life you want. You will not have the skills and the abilities to live and create the life that you want. And that is why we need to reframe the way we are looking at hard work. It's not a bad thing. It's the very thing that gets you growth. It's the very thing that gets you result. Mindless hard work, not good at all. That's the kind of hard work that you do over and over and over again, but without any clear direction, without any clear strategy. But just strategizing, just planning, just thinking, but avoiding the effort, that's also not going to lead you anywhere. Your dream life comes from the balance between the two, because growth happens at the edge of your capacity. Growth happens when you push the boundary. Growth happens when you create the success that you know you want to create, and you're willing to take the efforts for it. And it might seem like, okay, I'm just telling you that, okay, hard work is necessary. That's not the only reason though. Think about it this way. Think from a more longer perspective now. Let's say you get every single thing that you want in your life, okay? Every dream, every achievement, every goal, every relationship, everything that you've always wanted. The universe says, oh, you are the blessed child. I am now giving you everything that you desire. So you wake up tomorrow morning. And the moment you're waking up tomorrow morning, you have a wonderful and amazing partner with whom you have the best relationship in the world. Everything is perfect. This is like the dream romantic relationship of your life. You're waking up in a mansion because that's what you wanted. There's a Rolls Royce parked in the garage. There's a private jet to your name. You are the head of a $500 million business, and life is exactly what you wanted it to be. All your dreams have come true. Now in this moment, this sounds like a very pretty picture, right? This sounds like, yes, everything that I want is here. But don't get too excited yet, because the skill levels, the knowledge levels, the ability levels that you have today are the same levels that you have tomorrow when you wake up. So you are heading a $500 million business. You're spending the first 2 hours of your day feeling very excited, feeling calm, feeling, oh yeah, my life is here. And then you got a phone call from your secretary. And your secretary saying, well, boss, we have a problem. And the problem is, another company just filed a litigation suit against us. This could hamper our profits by $200 million. We need you to get in here. We need you to make a decision. How are you going to deal with the situation? And as you hear these words, you're staring at the phone. You're staring at the number that's there. And you're thinking to yourself, what the hell do I do now? And right as you're trying to prepare that, and right as you're trying to head to the office, your perfect partner, your dream relationship, the thing that you always wanted, well, that person says to you, can we just go on a holiday today? Let's take the private jet to the Caribbean. I don't want to do anything else. And you don't want to disappoint your partner. You don't want them to feel that you're not taking care of them. But at the same time, you have this big crisis at work to deal with. So how do you balance the situation? And now you're stuck in two boats. Either you let the company down or you let your partner down, but you have to make a decision. So you decide, okay, I'm going to let my partner down. For now, I'm okay with it. I have a big crisis to handle at work. So you get to the office, you get to the boardroom, All the heads of other departments of the company are sitting there. You are there as a leader. You have the money, but you don't have the skill, you don't have the knowledge, you have no idea how to deal with it. So as the HR head is talking about the problems that are there with employee engagement, you're like, what are you talking about? And the finance head reports to you that the margins have dropped by 2.5%, and you're thinking 2.5%, that's not too big of a deal. But then the finance manager tells you that equals to about, let's say, $50 million in profit / write-off. And your head is spinning. You're trying to understand what's happening. And then the legal head of the company is started talking about the lawsuit that just happened and the implications and how to deal with it. And all the terms are flying over your head because you have no idea how to make a strategic business decision, how to lead with calmness and composure in times of chaos, how to handle pressure, how to deal with the responsibility that success brings. And then the company is going into the ground. You're not able to make a decision. Time is passing by. There's ego battles happening. You're not sure how to lead the team. Everybody's in chaos and the business is just going down. You no longer have money to pay for the hangar at the airport. So who's taking care of the private jet now? Nobody. Your mansion is going away. Your relationships are falling apart. Only because you were not able to deal with the challenge that success brought into your life. Now you may be thinking, I'm exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. Right now, the life of an executive or the life of an entrepreneur or the life of an athlete, the life of the people you admire, well, that seems perfect to you. That seems joyful to you. That seems incredibly blessed to you. But the day you step into the shoes, the day you step into the work, the day you see what it takes, not just to get to the success, but maintain it, well, that's the day you really start to understand how much effort really is involved, how much hard work really is involved. And there's two ways people think about it. The first way is, so much headache. I don't want the private jet. I don't want the business. I don't want the relationship. I'm okay the way I am. Well, if you're okay with mediocrity, I'm no one to judge your choice. Keep living the way you want to live, but then don't expect that your efforts will get you the results you want. But I know if you're here on this channel now, you don't want that choice. You want success. You want greatness. You want to live that dream life. So is it okay if I share with you the way that happens? Because it happens through growth. It happens through putting in the effort. It happens through dealing with the challenge now, dealing with the abilities to build the capacity to become your best version. That is what gets you into the position where in that boardroom, where $500 million are at stake, you can still make a sound and clear decision, not based on emotions, but based on what matters. When it's time to prioritize, you can make all the right decisions. When the pressure is high, you know how to deal with it because that is what success demands. That is what maintaining it requires. Preparation, what you call challenge now, what you call hard work now. Don't think of it as hard work. Don't think of it as toil. Think of it as the preparation for your success. Preparation for maintaining the dream life that you want. Because getting it is one thing. Maintaining it is the other. Millions and millions get it. What happens when you win the lottery? Oh, you got $5 million in the bank. Amazing. Look at the people 5 years later who have won the lottery. All their money is gone. Not because they didn't get the money. Understand this carefully. But because they hadn't gotten the skills to handle the money. And the skills, my friend, comes from the hard work you do, comes from the efforts you put, comes from the very boring tasks and deliberate practice that you are running away from in the search of a hack, in the search of a faster way, in the search of a shortcut. You are literally taking an axe and hitting it right at your own feet. You are literally sabotaging yourself by searching for the shorter path because it will get you to the success. But there, when you panic, when things are going wrong, when a challenge shows up, you won't have the skills to deal with it, and everything that you wanted will slip right out of your hands. So focus on building that capacity. Now, how do you do that? Instead of thinking of hard work as hard work, fall in love with the work. Fall in love with the process. Fall in love with showing up. Because the people who achieve success, right? They feel satisfied and happy not when they get the result. They feel satisfied and happy when they show up to deliver their best version, to deliver to the utmost standards that they hold themselves to. Now, as I'm making this video for you, I don't know how many views this will get. I don't know how many of you will watch it, but I'm so excited and so happy while I'm doing the work because I know where this leads. I know this is a ground for me to practice my speaking skills. I know I'm building more comfort with the camera. I know I'm adding value. I know the preparation that I put in earlier to decide how to start the video, what topic to cover, what researches to refer to. All of that is process that I love. Setting up the room, making the video. I love doing that. Is it hard sometimes? Yes. Is it difficult sometimes when I'm not feeling well? Yes. But I still show up, I still do it, I still deliver it to the same standard of excellence. In every single one of the coaching calls that I do with my coaches, hundreds and hundreds of calls I have done, there has not been a single day, not a single moment where I've logged into the call at 1 minute late. I might be there 2 minutes early, I might be there 5 minutes early, I might be there on time, but if let's say the time of my call with you is 8, you will never ever see me logged in at 8:01. Now sometimes is that hard to do? Sometimes is my schedule so packed that it just feels too burdening to want to log into that call at some time? Yes, sometimes that happens, but I still show up with the same energy, I still show up with the same efforts because for me, this is not hard work. This is the very thing that I love to do. I've reframed that inside my head. I've realigned those thoughts, and that's why even if it's a call at 11 in the night, because I have a client who's from the other side of the world, I am in the same energy exactly. I'm in the same zone because I love the work. So I don't feel that I've sacrificed. I don't feel that I'm losing out on enjoying life. I'm losing out on parties or I'm losing out on other things. No, I know that this is the deliberate practice, this effort, this reading, this learning, this showing up, this coaching, this work of doing the excellent stuff that is getting me where I am, where I'm at a stage where people double my age, they come to me with their problems, and I'm able to guide them in ways they have not been able to see in decades. That skill of being able to create someone's new life in just 3 months when I work with them one-on-one, that doesn't come from just sitting on the couch and learning. That comes from the messy stuff, that comes from showing up, that comes from the grind. My question is, whatever your goals may be, are you willing to show up with that hard work? Stop believing in this idea that effort's not needed. It is. Do you have to sacrifice while putting in that effort? No. Do you have to feel like you're burdening yourself and as if the whole world's pressure is on you while you're doing that effort and you're like this person who can't even lift their shoulders up? No. Be like a child. Be sincere. Show up with professionalism and have fun while you're doing it, but do the work. That's the essence of creating success. So I hope this example made sense to you, and I hope today's video has given you clarity on why some people are able to succeed so much faster than you despite being younger, only because they're showing up, they're doing the work, they're not suffering through it, they're enjoying it because they know this work is what's going to help them maintain their success. So I want you to share with me in the comments some of your reflections. What are your goals? And what's some of the work that you may be avoiding, but now you can see that work itself is the preparation for the goal. That work itself is preparing you to be the person who deserves that goal. And the moment you see it, share it with me, inspire others, inspire me, and have that as a reminder that hard work is fun, showing up is fun, being the person who deliberately practices and achieves excellence is fun. Throughout history, that's what got people the results that they dreamed of. The formula doesn't change, no matter how much our technology changes, no matter how much ChatGPT tells you, just do this and you'll get success. The formula for success has always been the same. It will be the same. Keep implementing it. This is the first principle that helps you get started. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you once again in the next video. Bye.